Good morning to you guys. Beautiful day as usual. Not too hot yet, but it's starting to get there. Today, we're loading up the freezer beef. About to take them to the butcher. So it's their last day here on the farm, but they've had a good life, but praying all goes well here. I just got to open the gate, open that gate, run them into the barn, right into the trailer. Sounds easy enough, but you never know. I'm trying to take my time here and let them do their thing. Hey, hey. Come on, boys. Let's go, boys. Hip, 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 hip. That went about as easy as I had hoped it would. Don't always go that easy, but they did good. Things are good. Just got these goats out here. I gotta get put back up. Come on, goats. I always say it's bittersweet. You know, these steers were born here and I raised them up, but they've had a good life. Been here 2 years, eat like kings, been taken care of. See if I can get these goats and then we'll get on the road. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Let's go, goats. Man. Very food motivated creatures. So we're on the road, headed down to Rickman's in Corinth, Mississippi. Which I'm in Tennessee, but they're less than an hour away, and they did our last one. They do a good job. These cows we've been feeding something different this year. It's something from the co-op called Marble Lock. It's a pre-mix type feed. It's a complete feed. Makes it easy on me. I don't have to mix anything. And I think they really put on some pretty good weight, but wish I had a scale. It's one thing I'm going to invest in eventually is a scale, or I could weigh them and know what they weigh, or any of my cows. But yeah, we're going to get these guys to the processor, drop them off, and then we'll probably wait until we pick them up and make this just one video, dropping off and picking up. Another thing I got to do real quick, really wait until the last minute here, is fill out my cut sheet. Basically just tells, you know, how you want your steaks. Do you want round steak, brisket, ribs, stewed, how much ground beef and all that. So as soon as I get there, I'll get that filled out. We made it. Let's go get them checked in. All right, we're all checked in. We just gotta pull around back here and get unloaded. Just gotta back up to there. Yep, I think my battery or my camera didn't record unloading there, but hey, we got them unloaded. Made me feel good when the fella said finally something worth killing in here. So they hadn't been scraping the bottom of the barrel here lately, so made me feel good. I got a couple good ones. They were good too. They filled out nicely, so can't wait to see how they turn out and how much meat we get. So y'all just have to stay tuned for that.
From the John Deere and the pork coming out of the shop. We really need to clean the shop up. What's this?
So we picked up our beef today. Let's just say we got it right in the nick of time. We had, I think, 2 packages of ground beef left. We still had a few round steaks and maybe 5 or 6 packages of steaks. We kind of eat steaks on special occasions, so we didn't blow through them as fast as I thought we would have, but just kind of wanted to go over with you kind of what this is a whole cow, and what you get with a whole cow, or what we ended up with our whole cows. So of course the amount of meat you get will vary due to different things. I mean, the age of your animal, the size of your animal, the breed of your animal. These are out of my Angus bull, and the cows they're mostly Angus, so you know, these are Angus, and we had 2 of them. You know, my parents got one, I got one. Theirs was bigger than mine, but we're gonna use mine since that's the one I counted today. Before I get into any of that, I was gonna talk to you real quick about the freezer size. I think this is a 13 cubic feet freezer. You can see we've got the doors packed, the entire thing packed. And we ended up, this one, we weren't able to get the entire thing in there. I've got a chest freezer here too, so we've got two boxes in there. Now I like these stand-up freezers for a couple things. We can kind of go through here and organize the meat how we want it. Plus, you're not always having to bend over and dig through a chest freezer. Chest freezers are nice. I've had those ones forever, but this is really the ticket to me, the way to go. Everything's nice and organized, or it will be. So for half a beef, this 13 cubic feet would be perfect, but for a whole beef, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have probably a 20 cubic foot freezer. I want to say the general rule of thumb is like 25 pounds of meat per cubic foot. So, you know how much meat you're going to get, that kind of give you an idea. But, you know, we ended up, like I said, we filled this thing and had to put 2 boxes of steaks and everything in my chest freezer. So wouldn't hurt to have a bigger one. My parents actually have 2 of these. It worked out perfect for them. So one thing I do wish I had is a scale, because I don't have any idea exactly what these cows weighed on the hoof. You know, I'm guessing 1,000, the big one 1,100, could be more or less, but I want to say my parents' carcass weight was 750 and mine was like 690 pounds. So, you know, the carcass weight is for the dressing percentage, you know, you can use about 63%. So, you know, that's a good rule of thumb there. That's after they've
They've skinned it, took out the fat, the bones, and all your organs. So that's a good rule of thumb. 63% would be your dressing percentage. So this is kind of how it broke down. And you know, yours will vary if you get different size of ground beef, different size roast. If you get to, you know, all that stuff can affect what your take home will end up with. Ours ended up with 185 pounds of ground beef, which ours is 1 pound packages, so we got basically 185 packages. We ended up with about 52 pounds of roast, rump roast, shoulder roast, sirloin tip. That's kind of how we got ours broke down into. On steaks, I had right at 65 pounds, and that was roughly about 20 pounds of T-bones, 25 pounds sirloins, 20 pound of ribeye. And then, you know, you'll have some miscellaneous stuff like, well, we got minute steaks. We had about 32 pounds of minute steaks. And, you know, we had stew meat this time. We opted this time not to get the ribs. We got the ribs last time and they were okay. But, I don't know. I just didn't think it was worth it on these, so we didn't get the ribs this time. So if you add all that together, the 185 pounds of ground, 52 pounds of roast, 65 pounds of steaks, 32 pounds of minute steak, plus the stew meat. I'm not sure how many pounds exactly it was, but we ended up with right at 335 pounds of meat in the freezer from a whole beef. Of course, my parents will be more than that because theirs was bigger, you know, but I want to say this one probably weighed around 1,000 pounds. That's my best guess, but you know, this will probably last my family for, and there's 4 of us here, will last us well over a year or so. Well worth it to me. Like I said, I know where my beef come from. I know what it was fed. I know all my grounds from one cow. So I hope that gives you some kind of idea. If you're thinking about raising your own beef and doing the same thing, I'd say go for it. This will be my 2nd time doing it. I seem to learn something each time, but I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna go ahead and organize all these. I'm gonna put all my steaks in one, my roast in one, try to make it where we can find it easily. Appreciate you watching. If you would, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.